As a kid, things were pretty great. For the first 7 years of my life, my mom raised me by herself and we had an amazing relationship. She loved me. I remember we would go to church together and I heard that there was a God who loved me. And I believed that. I even believed it enough to get baptized in the 3rd grade. That same year, my mom got married and soon after that had my baby sister. Things were good, to be honest. I had dreams of what my life would look like one day. The possibilities seemed endless. That was true when I was a kid. But the worst part of being a kid is that it eventually ends. In 6th grade, my mom got sick and died from lung cancer. She was the person that fought for me, the person I knew loved me most in the world, my best friend. And just like that, she was gone. This was the first time I looked at God and said, "Why me?" Right after my mom died, I moved in with my biological dad. He'd been in and out of prison for most of my life. Moving in with him was hard. He wasn't my mom, and he for sure hadn't fought for me, but this was my new reality. A reality that caused me to become bitter with God. But God is bigger than my bitterness. In January of my freshman year, a stranger walked up to my locker. She introduced herself as a Young Life leader and invited me to this thing called Club. I didn't know it at the time, but that conversation changed my life. I actually went to Club. I remember everything about my first one. The leaders ordered pizza from a whole bunch of stores, and when the first delivery guy got there, everyone lost their minds and gave him a gold medal. It was loud and crazy, and I didn't understand it. But I remember the joy they had felt contagious, and I immediately felt accepted. I knew this was something I wanted to be a part of. That summer, I went to Rockbridge and had the best week of my life. I experienced sincere and relentless love, and it was there I realized that death was not God's design for my life. Instead, it was an abundance of love and life. The leaders at Coleraine were my biggest fans for the rest of high school. I didn't always make the best decisions, but they believed in me anyways. Leaders would spend day after day with my friends and I, building community. They would play games, make us food, and talk about life. Over and over again, they pointed me towards Jesus. In the winter of my senior year, my dad went back to prison and is still there today. Thankfully, my Young Life leaders didn't stop at high school. They helped me get to college. I decided to go to the University of Cincinnati, where I eventually became a Young Life leader at Winton Woods High School. I wanted to believe in kids just like my leaders believed in me. I wanted to tell them, "You're worth it." Leading has challenged and grown me. It's given me a new family, something that I hadn't had before. If I were not in Young Life, I don't know where I'd be. But now that I am, I know I am the daughter of the Most High King, Jesus.